Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today we are going to take a look at the Sun Astrology, the Moon Astrology for November 16th through the 22nd of 2020. I don't even know where that came from. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Before we get started, I do want to ask you to do me a favor and help me to get into the analytics with YouTube. They're like missing me. So if you could hit that thumbs up, that'd be great. And also, if you could leave me a comment. It can just be an emoji, whatever it is, so that I have your name. Because next week, anyone who's left me a comment, I will pull a card for you at the end of each sign's reading. And so if you comment on your sun, your moon, and your rising, you have the ability to get 3 cards, right? For anybody who leaves a comment, I'm going to pull a card. So there's no drawing on it. You leave a comment as long as you're not one of those girls, or do you want to date sites that I have to go in and eliminate? Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. Then yes, I will pull you a card and we'll see what's going on with you. So you have amazing cards. Oh my gosh, you have amazing cards. Okay, so first off, I am recording this on Saturday evening. In about 6 hours, where I'm at is when we move, when we have the new moon in Scorpio. This new moon in Scorpio is amazing. There's like no real bad aspects around it. It's probably the nicest new moon of the year of 2020. And it is an opportunity to plant some seeds of intention for something that you really, really want to create and grow for you in your life. And the question is, what do you want? Literally, what do you want? The galaxy is the limit. It's limitless. That's what they just said. It's limitless. You're limitless. You can manifest whatever you want. It is a matter of discernment on your part, what it is that you choose to create for yourself. And so if you have not already done so, there is plenty of time. This energy is strong, and you will be viewing this on Monday most likely. And there's still time, and I don't care if you're not viewing this for 6 months. Go ahead and make your intention. This energy is important. Okay, so they're saying that it doesn't matter at any point in your life when you make an intention. It is the energy behind the intention that creates it. And using the moon is an opportunity with a little extra power, a little more inflow, a little more kind of like paddling with the current instead of in maybe a faster current is what I'm hearing. It's a faster current to get to where you want to go. So it's a good opportunity to kind of not have to work so hard to get to where it is that you want to go, is what they're saying. So, okay, here we go. Your overall energy, you have Luna, right? So the energy of this moon feels really important. You have the healer, and you have a transformation. There you are, Scorpio, rising from the ashes. So, and I mean, this is heart chakra healer, right? This green, that's an energy. And look at all the green around this one too. And I really feel St. Raphael's energy very strong here. And so let's take a look at what we have here. So we'll start with Luna. And that is the number 18. It's the number of the moon in tarot that they're using it here too. So that's kind of nice. So let's just see. It says embrace and accept what you really feel. So getting in touch with your emotions and naming what it is that you want to yourself. Name that feeling. New game show. Name that feeling. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, then ask for help. You know, if you're feeling stressed out, give yourself a break. If you're feeling like you really are energized and ready to go for something, then go for it. If whatever you're feeling is right. Okay, it's the right feeling. Like there's no wrong feelings. Feelings just are. And so honor that feeling and take appropriate action for that feeling. The healer is number 26. So 26, that's 8, right? 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 is self-mastery. 8 is the infinity symbol. 8 is it is creative, hard work will manifest for you kind of energy. Okay, so focusing on healing will get you there. Okay, it's 26. I'm looking up 28 because I said 8. Okay, the healer. You may love your work, but it does not define you. Okay, because when I saw that 8, all I could see was the 8 of Pentacles in my head. And so, yes, you can love your work. You can be passionate about your work. You can be really good at your work, right? Really good at it. But it doesn't define you. So if you are a Scorpio rising, then your 8th house, your 10th house of work is Leo, right? And so Leo is large and in charge. It's that you can be really good at it. You can be really passionate about it, but that doesn't define you. You also need time to be you, it says. You also need time to be you. And so that's part of this healing energy that needs to be done. So feel your feelings. If you're like, I need time, I need to step back, I need a place to allow myself to transform my life, into anything you want. If you want to create a better work-life balance, if you want to take this job and shove it because I want to go out and create this business that I'm wanting to do, that I've been wanting forever, whatever it is. Because it says here, a new you is emerging. And so I really feel like this is like the Jack and the Beanstalk magic seeds of intention that you're planting. There is a major opportunity here for you to create the life that you want. Whatever you're feeling. It's beautiful energy. All right, so we start off the week. The moon has made the sun again. The moon has made its way into Sagittarius. Venus is still in Libra, and she's at the last degrees of Libra. So over the course of the next couple of days, she is going to be making her way through those difficult aspects with Pluto. So Venus rules love and money and relationships, right? Our relationship with love, our relationship with money, our relationship with other people, and our financial obligations with other people. That's kind of rules that arena. And so when Venus runs into a square with Pluto in Capricorn, now Pluto rules the 8th house, and the 8th house is other people's money. And so there could really be some discussions around financial things and how do you transform that and how do you maybe move things around so you can follow your passion instead of just doing a job, right? So love and money is going to come up, because then after that, so there's a conversation either around love and money or both. And then then Venus moves into conjunction with Jupiter, and this is how do I expand what I want to get what I want. And it's the expansion of I'm transforming this, and how do I expand it? And then she comes into conjunction with Saturn, and Saturn says, okay, but what is the structure? How are you going to do this? What are the steps that you need to create? And so there's this energy of trying to figure that out this week as you work through Monday through Thursday, Friday. Like this is the end, like Thursday during the day, as she is making her way through there. These are some things that are going to be really, in the forefront of your mind as you're making your way through, because there's a realization that there is someplace that you want to go that's really important to you. Like the light at the end of the tunnel. Where do I want to go from here? How do I want to transform my life? And there's some definite steps to it. And that love is that passion, right? So that's that passion for yourself and the choices that you're making for you. Of how do you want to transform your life? Where do you need to heal things? So maybe you're somebody who's like been working really hard and you're exhausted and you have frail health now. Like, do you need to transform your life by creating more space for rest and relaxation? Are you overworked and stressed out and you just are like, I just want to find joy, and happiness in my life. So we have the dolphins, and there's actually two, and to me, I feel like this is like happiness always comes from within, right? Nobody can make you happy but yourself. But this is sharing it. This is playfulness. This is getting out there and enjoying life with others. And yes, I know with COVID that's a little harder, but there's lots of ways to find the joy and the happiness. And you're a creative sign. You can manifest what you want. So one thing to worry about on Tuesday is that when the moon moves into Capricorn at 11:35 a.m. Now, this is very supportive energy for you. So far, very supportive energy for Scorpio this week. But Mercury in Scorpio is going to be on Tuesday in exact opposition with Uranus and Taurus. But this energy really lasts throughout the week, and it's been building. And usually it's as it builds up to a conjunction, an aspect is more tense. And so there's some really tricky communications that can cause sudden explosive changes in your life. And so finding the way to communicate in a way that you get what you want and not what you don't want is going to be something to think about. So choosing your words carefully, choosing how you communicate. How do you get things out there? There is a need to use this energy of the moon in Capricorn because you have all those planets over there are very supportive of what's going on in Scorpio, right? Making the transitions, the transformation, the expansion into what you want, and what are the boundaries and what are the limits, but they're all supporting you. And so go ahead and accept. This acceptance is either acceptance of a situation, maybe some acceptance of the change, right? Of the transformation that is occurring. When things change, being a fixed sign, that's a little difficult, but accepting that there is a transformation occurring, number one. Number two, accepting the guidance and the help of the divine in whichever form it's coming to you. It could be coming through downloads of information from spirit. It could be coming from people reaching out to you and saying, how can I help? So whatever that is, because there's an opportunity for some real growth here. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially. Where is it that you're trying to grow something? Whatever the seed of intention that you're trying to plant, there is help for you to grow it into something. And don't forget to love yourself. Don't forget the reason that you're doing this is because it's what you want. It's what you feel. It's what's important to you. Feel your feelings and allow yourself to heal so that you can transform your life into what it is that you want, which is apparently happiness. I'm a big fan of that one. Okay, so let's get a little guidance for you. I'm using the Nature Speak Oracle for Ted Andrews. I'll put all of the cards always go down in the description box below. Also, if you want a personal private reading, that information is also in the description box below. So you have, this self-love, this taking the time to allow yourself to transform. You don't need to communicate out to the world what it is doing. This is something that you are doing for you, where you're finding the inner light within that brings you the happiness, right? Because you have winter, be still and go within. And so maybe over the next couple of months, we're getting into winter time, right? Or maybe over the next couple of months, you need to work on this healing energy. Allow yourself to be supported by the universe, by time, by distance, by whatever it takes to heal whatever is going on as you transform your life. Fall in love with yourself a little bit. So we have be still, go within, and then we have time for nurturing the garden. And I just want you to see the difference. Like we have the winter scene that becomes this beautiful, lush spring season, right? And so I feel like in the spring, when everything starts, look how pretty that is. As things start bursting out, then it's time to go out there and work on the nurturing of other relationships. But first, it's time for you, and we have the hidden gift, the rainbow. You didn't get a rainbow unless there was a storm, right? First, you have to have the storm. Scorpio, you're going, yeah. How long does that storm have to be, right? Because I started doing these readings 2 years ago, and it seems like Scorpio's been in the storm for the past 2 years, but lately it's looking a lot better. And so now it's the healing process, and the rainbow. Remember, it's the promise that things will never be that bad again, right? It is the promise. And this hidden gift, that would be the gold, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And so I think the hidden gift is that you fall in love with you, that you are authentically you, and you go, wow, I'm amazing, because you are, right? You just are. How do I know that? Because you are a spark of the divine, right? You are. So this is you falling in love with you and recognizing who you are and just where it is that you're going. It's amazing. So when we get to Thursday afternoon at 3:25, the moon is going to move into Aquarius. So when the moon moves into Aquarius, this is kind of like crystallizing what you feel into analysis. So the moon in Aquarius has a tendency to try to think its way through its feelings instead of feel its feelings. And so the challenge is to allow yourself to feel your feelings, right, Luna? Feel your feelings and allow yourself to be nourished by those feelings. I see the water coming from the moon. It's emotional waters. And allowing yourself to be nourished by that, because in order for this garden to be this lush, there has to be water, right? Everything is all frozen. This would be moon in Aquarius energy, the frozen, the cold. It's water, but it's frozen, right? It's distant. It's you can't access it without heating it up, right? And so I feel like part of the challenge in you loving yourself is allowing to light the fire within that keeps the water flowing so that it can grow something. And this is counting your blessings. This is understanding just how wonderful you are, right? And then on Saturday, it is recognizing that there is a path ahead that leads to where you want to go. This was realizing where you wanted to go, right? This is realizing, let's see that ladder? This is realizing there are steps that have to be taken to get there. And that's part of the beauty of the analyzing, but it's important to not let the water freeze over. The emotional waters that drive the passion, right? I will say that Friday, it's going to be really important that you stay in that energy of self-love and nourishing, and maybe taking a little time away from the rest of the world, because the energy is really tense that day. That moon is going to square off with Uranus, which is definitely, it could, moodiness, and that could explode. And the moon is also going to square with Mercury at the same time in Scorpio. And so them's fighting words is what I just heard. So watch out for that. Okay, watch out for that. All right, so okay, this is really beautiful. So you have the moth energy. You have the moth energy, which is very much like the Hermit card. And it's very much like the transformative energy of Scorpio. It is the pulling your energy in, being still and go within, right? Be still and go within. It says sensitivity, boundaries, turn to the light. I focus on the light. And I believe the light that you're focusing on would be the light within you. What is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? What is the goal, the dream? What is it that brings the happiness to you, right? I focus on the light. Trust your instincts even if you lack clarity at this time. You are making progress and can trust your feelings to guide the way. So again, this is not overanalyzing the situation. This is using your superpower, Scorpio. You are a water sign, following your intuition. Even though the moon is challenged by that energy of Aquarius, kind of icy cold, there is a chance for you to keep it warm with the internal flame, right? If something feels right, move toward it. If something seems off, step back. There is no need to justify your feelings with logic. That's the challenge of a moon in Aquarius, right? Is feeling like you have to justify how you feel by analyzing the situation instead of trusting your instincts, trusting your gifts. So stay in your energy, Scorpio, of that highly intuitive energy that you have. You are going through a time of heightened psychic and emotional sensitivity, so be sure to give to yourself, to nourish yourself, to replenish and protect all of your being. You have the innate ability to find a source of spiritual light even during the darker times in life. Wow, that is such Scorpio stuff. But what I really love is the card that came out with it is the Mayflower. And so the juxtaposition of the dark into the light reminds me of this, the winter into the spring, right? And so going within and being still and figuring out what's important to you and taking care of you and nourishing yourself. It's like the plants that go to sleep under the snow, right? So that they can rest and the roots can be fed, and then they have the energy to burst out come spring because you have the mayfly. And so I really feel like, again, it's that springtime energy. And I think that whatever you're healing or going through, I want you to have patience with the process because it looks like it's going to take a few months to get there. But I think it gets there faster than you expect because we have the mayfly. Quickening opportunity, say yes. I say yes to life. I say yes to life. Look at those colors, how they match up. When it is time to take a step, do so with courage. When it is the time to take a step, use your intuition to know when that is. Do so with courage of convictions. Recognize that opportunities are precious and are to be embraced without hesitation. Act without fear or regret. Live your life with passion and bravery that comes from realizing that you only get to be you. In this life, in this body, once, and for a limited time only. So allow that knowledge to fill you with gratitude and determination to embrace your life with gusto. Oh my God, it's the dolphins. Embracing your life with gusto. Step into a new roles or opportunities confidently, and you will find your way as you go. You will know which steps to take and when. Trust your intuition. Trust that inner knowing. Trust your guidance. Heal yourself. Be still and go within. Feel your emotions. You're entitled to every single one of them. Nurture yourself so that when you are healed, you are ready to move forward with joy and happiness and a lightness in your stuff. It looks really beautiful. On Saturday, we have also the sun moves into Sagittarius, so happy solar return to the Sagittariuses in your life. And we also have Venus moving into Scorpio that day. And so once the sun gets into Sagittarius, conversations become a little easier because Venus is no longer fighting, not in direct opposition to Mars in Aries. It's in a quincunx, which is kind of an annoying energy, but it's not that direct confrontational energy. So it gets better. But Venus in Scorpio brings more intensity to the conversations. They become deeper and they become important on a deeper level, a soul level. And so I think that's part of your assessing process, is assessing how you feel as you work your way through these conversations that need to be had in order for you to do the necessary healing to create the transformation in your life you want so that you can go from the moth to the mayfly. Great. So, Scorpio, you're a water sign. So, water needs a container, right? Otherwise, it just goes everywhere. Water needs a container. And so that container for you would be earth, right? And so ground yourself, get out in nature. I know the weather may or may not be great where you are. It could be too hot, too cold. I just saw the three little bears. I mean, the Goldilocks and the three bears. It could be too hot, too cold, you know, but figure out how to manage it. Get out in nature. If you really can't stand it, then plant some plants in your house and nurture them so that you have your hands in dirt, right? Sit on the ground and imagine that you have roots coming out of your sit bone down into the earth, and you're feeling that energy, and really ground yourself down in and draw up the energy from Mother Earth, or sit with your back against a tree or lean against a tree for just a couple minutes and allow that energy to move through you, because it's very cleansing, very healing. You can ground yourself by taking a saltwater bath. There are a lot of things you can do to ground yourself, but staying grounded, it's going to be really important moving forward, because once those planets start shifting into Aquarius, staying grounded is going to become very important. And we have so much grounded energy this year that water was important to soften it. But now you are a water sign and you need a container that feels right, right? So find sanctuary in nature, connect with the elementals. It's beautiful. And again, look at all that green. This is about healing yourself. It is really important that you take the time to heal so that you can go out there and find the happiness. And it really looks like it'll be spring for you. All right, so let's, I have this deck that I want to use. It's the first deck I ever used, ever. And I want to check in on what's going to go on for the next 28 days or so. Well, this sun is in Sagittarius for you. There will be, coming out this week, I will do full readings, but I wanted to kind of give you a card for a taste of what is happening. What is happening for you over the course of the next 28 days or so, as that sun is in Sagittarius? How can you best use that energy? And you have simplicity. Deep, profound serenity is expanding in my life. That is that going within. Okay? But then you have courage, which I feel like it's this. This is like the simplicity, and this is the courage. It is the darkness into the light. It is Scorpio energy. I live life passionately and courageously. So I think as you move through this energy, you're going to start to see that the happiness, that there is a rainbow after the storm, that there is, the pot of gold. And I think if you just allow yourself to heal, you will transform your life and get it to where you want it to be. It's a very beautiful reading. So, all right, I'm super excited for you, Scorpio. You guys have worked really hard to get here, and congratulations. You're in the home stretch. All right, you guys take care. I will see you back here later this week, actually. And you're the first sign I remembered to think to say that. I'll probably put those videos up on Friday. Please hit the thumbs up. Please leave me a message. Help out my analytics, and I will reward you with a card pulled for you on the next weekly reading. All right, you guys take care. We'll talk soon.